Welcome, everyone, to a new episode of your favorite podcast, Create Your Joy. And let me just introduce myself again. My name is Shruti Goel, and I'm a self-love and empowerment coach. And I feel so joyful to be here again with my colleague and friend, Ivania Liang, and I'll let her introduce herself right now.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here today. I am so excited and so happy to start again this beautiful podcast with Shruti. And I am a mindset and a self-worth coach. And we are so excited to be here and continue with the podcast.
Definitely. And we just want to let you know of an exciting change that's going to come to our podcast. We have had many people reach out to us wanting to be a part of our podcast and add to the perspectives and stories that we can share. And so in the upcoming episodes, you'll see a guest with either Ivania or myself, and they will be bringing their own songs that are their anthems and they're beautiful stories that are going to enrich the perspective that you get from our episodes. So look forward and tune into those episodes and continue to build your songs, your playlists, and continue also to learn from our wisdom, our shared wisdom, as well as the coaching techniques that we share here. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add, Ivania?
I just wanted to say that if they feel like this podcast is helping them in any way and seeing a new perspective, that they should like give us a like and subscribe. And if they have a friend or any family member or anyone that they think that they can benefit from this podcast, please share it. And it means a lot to us. We really love creating this space in these times for you guys. Thank you.
Definitely, I agree. And today we're just so grateful and joyful to bring to you a beautiful song called All My Love that is by the group Coldplay. And it's one that just recently came out and features the famous actor Dick Van Dyke. And a lot of us know him from Mary Poppins fame. And he just brings this sense of just wonder. And his shining eyes in this song are just so mesmerizing to witness because he has just turned 99. And this year he will be turning 100 years old. And to see such joy and wonder in the eyes of someone wise and older like him is a unique pleasure. So, without further ado, I want to jump into the lyrics of this song, of this beautiful song, and hope that it brings joy to you as well. So it begins by saying, "We've been through low, been through sunshine, been through snow." And some of us that are in the areas where there has been snow recently and bitter cold can so identify with this, having been through lows with someone together, but also the good times. It really does bond us as human beings. Then it says all the colors of the weather. And I just love that turn of phrase to say all the colors of the weather. And that's so true. My favorite season is springtime. And one of the things that I love most about springtime is that it's a riot of color. And so to read this line, all the colors of the weather, that's so true. We identify, for example, with the fall, we identify reds and yellows and golds versus summertime, where we see a lot of deep greens, emerald hues. So I love that line. We've been through high every corner of the sky. And again, it's this sense, that um, everything is being presented here to me as an adventure, that the lows are also an adventure, but so are the highs. And I think that's a really beautiful perspective because often we feel very beat down when the lows are happening in our life. We feel very victimized or negative about those experiences. Whereas how he's presenting it, how Coldplay has sung this song, makes it seem like it is equally an adventure. Yes, the times may feel emotionally hard, but when you have someone beside you, it just makes it like part of the journey. Um, every corner of the sky, just this idea that you have explored and made your life bigger by having this person beside you. And still we're holding on together. And I think that really makes me think of that line, makes me think of like being on a roller coaster together and just hanging on to each other's hands and riding that roller coaster up and down. And what would be the fun in riding a roller coaster if there were no downs? If you could never go down, you know,
Yeah,
there
yeah,
you
yeah.
wouldn't have the same thrills. So I think this particular verse is a real favorite of mine for that reason. But I want to turn it over to you, Ivania, for the second verse because this song just continues to get better.
Yeah, before we go into the second one, let me add a little bit of that because when you were reading it,
Yeah.
now with the information that you had given us about, Dick Van Dyke,
Yes.
right? That he
Yes.
turned 99 and then how it's being dedicated to him. Is that what you
Yeah.
say?
That's exactly right.
So when I read it, it meant one thing to me. And then when you explain it to me, then I was able to visualize why was this letter, a song, a poem, whatever we want to name it, it's dedicated to this person. And then what I was thinking is that I'm gonna get from the roller coaster that you mentioned,
Yeah.
because I guess like the older we get, that the older we get, the better way we find ways to approach life because life is happening like up and down,
Yes.
right? And the older we get, we become more wiser. And
Yeah.
the reason that we become wiser because we're getting older, it's because it's years and years and years of being here
Yeah.
and having problems after problem after challenges, right?
Yes.
Or challenges that
Yeah.
sometimes we're not able to learn on how to approach it or how to see it. But being 99 years old, then I'm just guessing that at that age, I mean, I'm 40, 48. So at the age of 48, it's like I had gained some wisdom. I have gained some knowledge, techniques, tools over the time. And imagining myself at 99, the value of living here, of the knowledge and the wisdom, he's able to discern what's really the meaning of life. Because
Wow.
like you said, it's you were reading it, it says, I've been through the shine, through the snow, all the colors, all the weather, because at 99, I'm pretty sure you have passed through a lot.
Yeah.
And then he's able to discern
Yes.
what is, the primary thing in life.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry if I took too long for that, but I wanted just to emphasize because it took me in a roller coaster where I was looking at it from my point of view of 48.
Yeah.
Now imagine somebody at 20. Now
Yes.
imagine somebody at 30. Now imagine somebody at 50.
Yeah.
Now so in my 60. So it's the roller coaster.
Yeah.
And at the end, like 99, I don't see a person that is 99 years old and worry about something very minor.
Yeah, well said. Exactly. You just know, you understand the essence of what it means to live, the
Yeah,
essence of what it means
yes,
to feel alive.
yes.
And actually, I was going to say that one of the things that struck me most about the video of the song is the shining eyes that he has
Mhm.
throughout. And the other gift that I feel Coldplay has given us is that they also have him speaking
Mhm.
about some things. So there's a bit of a voiceover where he's talking. And just to
Wow.
hear the voice of this man who has lived this very full life, it inspired me so much.
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh my God. And then let me go into the second verse where it
Yeah.
says, You got all my love, whether it rains or pours, I'm all yours. You
Mm.
got, you've got all my love, whether it rains, it remains, you got all my love. And I think we're going back, I go back and remember like the mantra, like we're remembering what's really important. And it's the love. And at the same time, I think like when at that age, oh my God, I cannot even imagine like now being my age.
Yeah.
And the more I live, the more techniques we learn, the more tools that it gives us a way to regulate ourselves, to really see what's really important, to how to approach the situation, and how to able to hold space,
Yes.
you know, and then you're able to hold to span yourself, so you're able to see what's the really important and not just the emotion that will come up and down, like you said earlier, that
Yeah.
roller coaster.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's about love.
Yeah.
But love, comparing the word love is not just one word love. It's like it says all the colors and the weather. Because
Yes.
it's all the colors in that love. And that love have different colors, different forms.
Right.
And but at the end of the day, it's love. So
Yeah.
I think it like you brought me to a place where I was able to expand a little bit more and try to see it as a person that just turned 99 and
Yeah.
how that person got to 99, where you summarize it and say, seeing that person, the shiny eyes. And
Yes.
then earlier you said, before we got into the to recording, you said that the person had these bright eyes because he's full of love. And
Yes.
what's coming through him is love.
Yeah.
So,
Very true.
mm,
Very well said, Ivania. And I was just going to add here that, I loved how you brought up this point that we had to build our capacity for joy, as we're growing older, and these tools and techniques
mhm.
that we rely on. And I think the beginning of the year is such an important time to take a look at our repertoire. What are our favorite techniques? So I just want to invite our audience to do the same. And I just want to share one of the techniques that always helps me build joy in my life, no matter what is going on, and especially when there are lows, is a practice around gratitude. And I just want to invite people, if they can, to take a piece of paper and draw a spiral on it. And around this spiral, you're just going to draw a circle over and over again with a lot of different, a lot of white space inside it. And just start from the middle of that circle, that spiral, and start writing just the smallest thing that you feel grateful for. And I promise you that by the time you're done coming around that spiral a couple of times, you will feel lighter in your heart, no matter if you're going through the hardest things right now. And I think that is so important, is rather than letting our mind suffer and make us emotionally suffer and stay stagnant in that emotion, when we're able to work with what's going on with us externally in some way and see um, what it is that's stuck inside us. I
Yeah.
think that is a great opportunity for us to build some more space for joy, because it's just a matter of perspective. And I think that's such a cornerstone of the work that we have done, Ivania, with this podcast, is this attempt to bring you different perspectives and voices of people that you might normally not hear from. And
Mhm.
yet there's so much to offer here. So I just wanted to share that we too, I hope that when you and I reach that age, if we're lucky enough to reach that age, that we will also have shining eyes, because we have spent year after year spending a lot of time learning these techniques and spending time building space in our life for joy.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Because how
Agree.
can you keep that sense of wonder about the world otherwise? And there are always things to feel joyful about, just like there are always things to complain about.
Mhm.
And it's just a matter of choice on our end.
Yes. And continue because I really like what it comes next. And
Yeah, oh my
that's
gosh.
something.
And so here's the next verse. And it says, until I die, let me hold you if you cry. Be my one, two, three forever. And I just love that the simplicity of this verse. And after this, of course, it continues with the same chorus that Ivania had told us about. The whether it rains or pours, I'm all yours. It sounds like almost vows, like wedding vows, that you would promise to someone. But that part, until I die, um, let me hold you if you cry. And I think there's a beautiful simplicity in someone just offering to be with you in the worst moments, because so often we have been through scenarios where we have cried ourselves to sleep, and there has been no one to share that pain with. And not that anyone can take that pain away, but just by being able to talk about it with someone, you're able to um, gain some wisdom, and you're able to think about that situation a little bit differently than if it's only stuck in your own mind. So I think it's very precious that this person is able to say, let me hold you if you cry. It's
Yeah.
not going to solve the thing, but it is the biggest comfort someone can offer you.
Yes.
It's so precious.
No, yeah. And then you know what came into mind when you were reading Until I Die, let me hold you
Yeah.
if you cry. I was just thinking that as we getting older, we're getting old, like the person that turned 99.
Yeah.
There are other people that are turning older the same, not 99, but it could be 70, it could be 60, it could be
Yeah.
50. I mean, at that age of 55,
Yeah.
45, we started to, or we turned 40, then we started to see the changes of what really is important.
Yeah.
I don't know why the 40 is the time, but I think also because we started to see life more precious, like you said. And at the same time, when it says, let me hold you, it could be the kids, your kids, it could be the brothers, it could be,
Yeah.
the family, or even friends
Yeah.
that as they're growing, they're learning that it's precious to be 99.
Exactly.
And let me hold space for you.
Yeah.
And it's not about them anymore.
Yeah.
And as they learn, or as they give,
Yeah.
it's like it will come back, because the ones that come in, after them,
Yeah.
it will hold the same space for them. At least that's what we try to learn. Like when we say we had to try to learn some techniques, some tools, we always talk about that because we want to be able to regulate ourselves, how to
Yes.
approach life, how to able to hold a space for other people, because we're learning that we all just human beings trying to be better, and
Yeah.
we're doing our best
Yeah.
all the time. We're doing our best.
Exactly.
And when we start to understand a little bit more, and then a little bit more, then you're able to hold space, especially for a person is 99 years old. Like, you're
Yeah.
able to see all their experience that they have been. And
Yeah.
then for the 99 person, the person that's
Yeah.
99 is able to see that it's all about love. Like
Exactly.
that, you cannot, I don't need the money.
Yeah.
I don't need a fancy shirt. I don't need my fancy shoe. It's more your presence.
Exactly.
All that love is what really matters.
Yeah.
So it's really, really beautiful. Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful.
I loved how you brought that up. And I was going to say the other thing that this makes me think of course, I can't help but be a self-love coach here. That idea, let me hold you if you cry. I also feel that echo of, you know, someone wise that is saying like they have got their own back. You
Mhm.
don't get to this age if you have just hated yourself all your life.
Yes,
You
yes.
have got to have gone through some circumstance that pushed you into a journey towards self-love as well. And how I think of self-love now a lot is this idea of radically accepting all parts of you, even your weaknesses, even the parts of you that you're not necessarily proud of, but they are part of your uniqueness.
Mhm.
They are maybe, the trauma that you have suffered or the brokenness that is inside you. Yet it is part of the uniqueness of who you are, because if that brokenness wasn't there, you would also not be the same person that you are.
Yes,
And I
yes.
believe that in order to stay in that mind frame and have the resilience to want to live to be 99, which is such a
Mhm.
privilege, that somewhere you have to have confronted and found a space of self-acceptance and self-love. So I think to me, this line echoes that. Let me hold you if you cry, as in, you know, uh, our higher self kind of saying to us, I've got your back.
Yeah.
I've done my work,
Yes.
or the inner child feeling held
Yes.
when they
Yes.
cry, because that is one thing, one part of us that when it suffers, when our inner child, when the inner Shruti suffers, the suffering is amplified for the rest of
Mhm.
my physical body and emotional body and spiritual self.
Yeah.
And so that line kind of landed very strongly on me. And I loved what he said at the end there, which is be my one, two, three forever. And I just think that that's so romantic. I think, where we talk about our partner being, be my one.
Yeah.
And he's just saying, be my one, two, three forever, meaning I'll choose you
Yes.
again and again and again forever.
Oh, how funny. You know how I understood that?
Yeah.
Like to me, it was more like to me that obviously like to me is like love being unconditional.
Yeah.
And I was thinking more like I don't have to be the number one, or I don't have to be the number two. I don't have to be the number three or the number four.
Ah,
Just let me be forever with you. Because it's just
wow.
about love. So, but that's
Yeah.
it, like that's how the perspective, like how it lands in one person and how it's able to land in a different way from the other person.
Exactly,
So,
exactly.
so
This is the beauty of the work that we do together. And gosh, I'm really grateful and glad that we were able to, kind of discuss this song together, because I feel like I'm walking away with another level of appreciation for it. And I think this one is going to be on my playlist for a while.
yeah, I know, and thank you so much for bringing this song to me because I didn't know this song and I didn't know Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah,
I wasn't aware, but now that we're talking about it, then I learn a new thing.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
then now I know there's a song about him and kind of cherish, what's the word?
Yeah,
Sharing his life and how he
yeah,
was able to live his beautiful life, I guess. And
exactly.
that's not perfect,
Right.
but beautiful.
Exactly, like commemorating and just showing the cherished memories.
Cherish
Yeah,
the memories. Yeah, that's the word I was
memories
looking
that
for.
he
Yeah.
has built over his life. So I really hope that people, our audience will take this encouragement to go watch this song, because the video is really beautiful, and then of course listen to it, and then come to this discussion and see how you can add your perspective. And feel free to
Yes.
leave us comments. We love reading your comments. And again, kind and insightful and thoughtful comments are always appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for everything. And please like and subscribe. And like I said before, if you find this um, informative and
Yes,
that you like it, please, share with family members or with friends that you think that they will like it. We are
definitely.
so grateful. Thank you.
Yep. And keep creating your joy.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.